Hello there, it's me, your boy Sergeant. Anyway, this is part 2 of What If Deku was Recovery Girl's grandson. I'll tell you I do a part 2. And to Believer 730. There's something in our conversation I'll bring in the video. And it's pretty soon, so let's do this. So after Snipe caught Izuku crocheting his vest, Izuku was pretty livid and wanted to take some stress out. So he decided to go to the one place where his stress is allowed, the hospital. He goes to the hospital and say, who is the most terrible person in here? And the hospital staff basically knows Izuku, because the first time that he come in was when Recovery Girl suggested to get some training on his quirk. So yeah. That would be Achido. Huh. Okay. I'll just go show me. It's in 1-2B. Thank you. And this time it's pay free, as he goes to 1B or something. The thing I said before. Anyway, he said, and so a nurse was in that room and basically saw Izuku and said, Code fuck. And basically, the nurse basically lets go of the patient and basically said, and the patient said, who the fuck are you? I am the motherfucking doctor. And Izuku proceeds to beat the ever-loving shit out of him. He knocks a tooth out, which immediately regenerates a brand new white one. And the patient is completely healed. He's the picture of health. And Izuku said, get the fuck out, as the patient just runs away. Thanks, Deborah. No problem. Anyway, I have to go now. I have to go back to the hut and get some sleep. Maybe I can invite Ito to do something tomorrow. As Izuku basically just walks out of the hospital and just basically takes a train to the closest he can to UA without actually going into the front entrance. And basically just goes back to his hut. Healed someone today? Yup. It was a patient from 2B. Oh. Good. We wanted him to get out of there as fast as possible. Good. And as Randy said, so, did you meet anyone in the entrance exam? Anyone interesting, perhaps? No. I'm just saying. You've been kind of a prude lately. Shut. Okay. As basically, Granny just makes katsudon for the both of them, which they both eat. Thanks. You're welcome. As we skip to the next day. Which he gets his letter from UA. As All Might appears on the screen. Well, hello there, young Midoriya. I thought we had a deal, and you broke it. That is very unhero-like of you. Well, anyway, you passed your exam. If you haven't, with 70 hero points, you would have gotten into the middle spot of Class 1A. But since you saved this young girl, she offered some of her points to you, which you obviously didn't need. But we told her that. So, which made you into the third person of Class 1A. Third? Ha! Awesome. As his granny was glaring at him, making sure that he doesn't swear. So, welcome to your Hero Academy. Awesome. Anyway, do you mind if I hang out with Ida today? Sure. Just be back before dark. No promises, as Izuku basically just slams the door. Don't slam my door! Goodbye! As Izuku basically just runs to basically to inside of one of the spare rooms in the UA building, like a supply closet, and basically calls Ida. Hey Ida, did you get your acceptance letter? Yeah, I got into Class 1A. Yes, I got into Class 1A. Good, me too. We'll be future heroes together now. Great. Do you want to go somewhere? Like where? I don't know. Maybe we can go to the beach or something? Sure. I was hoping we could maybe do some training there. Well, that's a splendid idea. Oh, which beach? Deku Beach. You mean the trash-filled one? Yeah, I was hoping we could clean it a little bit. Sure. Because in this AU, All Might gave one for all to, let's say, Bakugo. Yep, he gave all for one to Bakugo. How, you may ask? Well, the sludge villain escaped on his own. Without Izuku distracting All Might, yeah. Sludge villain escape and the sludge villain incident just basically happened. So, yeah. Hey there, Tsunami. Sorry, my cat. Anyway. Well, the beach is already kind of clean. There still is clean. There's still pieces of garbage, like, sprinkled a little bit all over. So Izuku and Ida basically decides to clean it up. And which, 2 weeks after UA, they basically cleaned the entire rest of the beach. Ida is proud of their progress, while Izuku is kind of disappointed that Ida didn't get the hints that Izuku put up during the 2 weeks. He was flat on flirting with him, but nothing. Ida caught on nothing. So, yeah, Zuko is bummed out and can't wait until the next time he can heal Ida. Anyway, we go to the first day of UA. Izuku is wearing all his piercings. Which I might add are extremely tight because his body tries to heal them, but since there's something in the way of that, he can't exactly take them off as easily. So it's kind of like stuck there kind of permanently until he rips one off, which would heal after he rip it. So we go to UA with his piercings. Some students are looking at him kind of funny like, but he doesn't care. Because he knows one way or another they are all gonna get injured. And guess who's gonna go there and heal them? So Izuku goes into Class 1A, knowing the building like the back of his hand. So, Aizawa-sensei is already in the room by this point, and Izuku basically just kicks him as hard as he can in the ribs. Aizawa basically just coughs out a lot. Wake up, sleepyhead. Time to do your job. Anyway. Fucking ass. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm your teacher. Shota Aizawa. Oh. And you need to get out and go to the field. As Uraraka went, don't we need to go to orientation first? Nope, just trust me on this. You don't, real heroes do not do frivolous things like that. Anyways, let's go. As Aizawa's pain has went. And basically some of the students basically said, dude, that was pretty badass. You hit a teacher and didn't get even in trouble for that. Well, that's because my quirk doesn't actually do any real damage. What do you mean by that? You'll see. Sorry, my parents. Sorry if you hear background noise. Anyway. Izuku, in the quirk aspiration test, does relatively average. Above average. He ends up getting last place because he wasn't allowed to use any of his support weapons for any of it. Because Aizawa said you're not allowed to use those as soon as Izuku pulls out the bat during the ball pitching part. So, yeah, Izuku got in last place, but he did try his hardest, so, as I said, I lied. Like, that was simply a trick to get all of you to go beyond plus ultra. As the class roared in fury, Aizawa said, well, all of you go to lunch. That's basically... Oh, shit. Sorry, my cat. So, they all went to lunch rush. And basically sat in their own neat little groups. Ida is already sitting with Izuku beside him. So what's your quirk, man? One student presents, and this student being Denki. It didn't really seem to do anything during the physical portion of the exam. My quirk is a healing quirk. Oh. So basically, my quirk works like this. The more damage I do to you, the more you get healed. So, basically, the more pain you feel, it amplifies it. For example, if I scratch you, it will only heal a little. Something little, like, let's say, an eye infection, like pink eye. But if I beat you up with my baseball bat, as he basically shines it like a sword in the sun as all the students are looking at it. If I beat you up with this, I can heal your bones. Heal your bones. What happens if you cut something off? Some students said. Well, you basically lose a limb with the rest of your body healed. You see, I cannot regenerate entire limb structures. I can slice you and parts and heal you, but I can't cut off something and make you regenerate. My quirk best works with blunt force trauma or damage, depending how you want to phrase it. But I'm basically a support hero. I support heroes by beating the ever-loving shit out of them. I join with the villain. I basically need to join the villains in the beat up of the hero, but I have to be more precise of it. Do you get it now? As the students say, yeah. As Izuku said, also, the only reason I didn't do well on that test is because I didn't have my bat. My bat can do some real damage. Anyway, lunch passes and they basically go through the rest of their classes. English with present Mike, ectoplasm, math, midnight social studies and whatnot, and basically goes through the day. As he basically walks with Ida, and Ochako. Hey. So, you're the girl I saved during the entrance exam? Yep, my name is Ochako Odoraka. Okay. Well, my name is Tenya Ida Izuku Midoriya. So, are you all going to the train stop? Well, I am. Izuku is a... Oh, okay then. As Izuku basically goes to the right to go to the back entrance of UA, since he doesn't really want to want anyone to know that he lives there. So yeah. And basically, when a student points it out, Snape doesn't do anything. And he said, oh, and no, that's just the ghost. Yeah, that's the ghost of UA. The best possible lie that Snape could pull up with. A ghost? The student presumes, and the rumor starts spreading of the ghost of UA. That sometimes likes to knit. Whatever's, as long as they don't find out it's me, I won't kill Snape. Or heal him. So we go to the heroes versus villains. When All Might appears and say, I'm walking out at the door like a normal person. Izuku said, no the fuck you are not. Not. As he was prepared to lunge at All Might, but Ida stops him. Stop. So, let's go to as Izuku was going to the lockers to change into his costume. His costume was basically a black nurse's uniform from like a video game. From a video game, not the real ones. I just pretend like a video game. With a bunch of pluses. With a plus on his. With a utility belt of weapons. And these weapons are his famous baseball bat, brass knuckles, and a whip. Yep, and a bunch of other healing, and also a whole bunch of other bandages and other stuff. Izuku doesn't need them, but he's basically thinks, I can't punch everybody that I meet. Every injured person. So he basically has a bunch of bandages on his utility belt. With his black nurse's outfit with a pink cross. Around his chest. The fabric is and his shorts, and he has running shorts. So everyone walks out. Oh yeah, and Izuku also has a mask. Just saying that. As everyone walks out, Izuku looking the most plain out of all of them. And basically, Ojiro said, "Huh, and I thought my costume was plain." And Izuku said, "It may be plain, but it is practical. I'm able to move free and punch the living shit of any dead guy I see." Okay. So we go to the selection. And the selections are for the villain team, Ida and Izuku. And for the hero team, it would be Ochako and Bakugo. Since Bakugo never met Izuku and went under training with All Might, Bakugo is more chill. He's still an angry bastard, but he's a chill angry bastard, if you know what I'm saying. He's more mellow, I'm trying to say. Like putting water into lemonade. Okay. No, putting water into lemon liquid. Yeah, okay, let's say just that. So, Bakugo has a plan. This time. Ochako will float both of them up to the top. Since the villain team is most likely going to put it at the top. And he will take on Ida since he's the main priority, since Izuku, in his words, doesn't do any real damage. So, and Izuku does something that all the students didn't expect. Izuku put the bomb in the first room on the first floor. Why? Because surprise! Everyone would expect him to put it into the longest way, but he decided to put it in the easiest way because people often don't look for the easiest solution. And he has a trap upstairs. A trap upstairs with Ida. Ida basically took a bunch of the capture tape and basically just put it as a tripwire to a bunch of other appliances in the fake building. Like he was planning to crush somebody. So, and Izuku and Ida basically just waded into the room with the bomb. Izuku having a plan if they find it. Basically, Izuku will help Ida by punching his face in. Whenever Ida gets exploded, Izuku will basically just send the signal. Ida will basically just come to him and let him punch him in the face. So yeah. Uraraka is taken out by the tripwires. So she's no longer able to take care of Izuku. So, and Bakugo basically went to every room upstairs and basically checked all the rooms until Bakugo had all the rooms in all the other rooms until he had 5 minutes left to look for the bomb. And when he finally did find the room, Izuku and Ida went through his plan, and the hero and the villain team win from timeout. Right, the time running out. Izuku's basically just sighing at this point. Okay, where's Ochako? Bakugo said, in the rooms in floor 17. Oh, okay. As Izuku basically just takes the elevator up there and said, what? As the elevator closes, Izuku said, what room? 6, Bakugo responded. Okay. So, he sees Uraraka, which has like a bloody head at this point, picks her up by the collar, and rams his head against her forehead multiple times. As people are seeing this, and someone says, that's just brutal. And basically, breaks one of her fingers, and then breaks it back to place when it heals wrong, and eventually heals back again. So, Ochako didn't have the best experience with Izuku. So, this is the end of part 2 of What If Deku Was Recovery Girl's grandson. Love it, hate it, I'm gonna continue this series because it's fun. Anyway, goodbye.